Hi guys, it's Fentony. As you can see, I've done a few changes on the channel, such as new channel art, a new intro, and there's going to be a new outro. It's nothing too fancy, but it's a big improvement on what I used to have. Is the music too distracting? Is it too long? How's the channel art? I think it's good, but I'd love to see what you guys think. Anyways, let's get on with the video. This video is going to be about Jon Snow finding out who his parents are. As usual, just be careful for spoilers. As I always say, unless you've been living under a rock, Jon Snow is the son of Lyanna Stark and Rhaegar Targaryen. Lyanna is 100% confirmed on the TV show, and Rhaegar has not been confirmed on the show yet, but all clues point towards Jon being the son of Rhaegar, and HBO have even released an image where they did confirm Rhaegar is Jon's father. Jon Snow has been living under the false pretense that he is Ned Stark's bastard for his entire life. In fact, he could possibly be a Targaryen. This is where the problems really start. Is Jon Snow just a bastard of Rhaegar? Or did Lyanna and Rhaegar secretly marry, which would make Jon legitimate? The general consensus in Westeros is Rhaegar kidnapped Lyanna and raped her, but the majority of us think that's a load of crap, and I'm one of them. We all know Rhaegar was obsessed with prophecy, and one prophecy in particular, the prince that was promised. This is where people think Rhaegar and Lyanna married, and they had Jon. If Jon is his real name, that's not a very Targaryen name. There is theories that he has a name, but obviously Ned chose to call him Jon to hide his true identity. If Jon was just a bastard of Rhaegar, why would he leave two members of the Kingsguard, including Sir Arthur Dayne, there to defend a bastard? I think Rhaegar would have done it right and marry Lyanna, which would make Jon legitimate. In the recent pictures that HBO released, Jon Snow is seen in the Crypt of Winterfell, and it looks like he's looking at Lyanna Stark's statue. There's two possible theories here. He's either reflecting on his dead family, perhaps he goes to Ned's grave and talks about his father, and then moves on to Lyanna, or Bran has told him who he is, and he's looking at his mother's statue thinking, so all along, this is who I really was. I never got the chance to meet you. What I really want to see is Jon say, Lyanna might have been my mother, but Ned Stark raised me. I will always be his son. As you can see from the picture, Jon is ready to leave. This is when I think he's about to leave Winterfell and head south to meet with Daenerys. I would prefer it if Daenerys and Jon did not know about Jon being the son of Rhaegar, and then further down the line, we would get the big reveal. Jon being the son of Rhaegar kind of puts him in line for the throne. Daenerys' claim comes from the fact that her father sat on the Iron Throne, so Jon has a claim as well. He is the son of Rhaegar, who was first in line for the Iron Throne. Jon would have the right, but who would support him? You'd think everybody in their right mind would support Daenerys, who's immune to fire, and has 3 dragons. When Robb Stark went south, he had no intention of sitting on the Iron Throne, and neither does Jon, really. What I believe is, Jon does not even want to be king in the north. He only accepted the responsibility because he knows somebody needs to lead the people of Westeros against the Night King. Some might be a bit more keen to support him if they knew he was the son of Rhaegar, but I don't think Daenerys would be too happy with that. But then again, we don't know how she'll react to finding out there's another Targaryen out there. She might see him as a threat, or as a long-lost family member. When Jon Snow and Daenerys finally meet, everyone is going to go crazy. I expect it to happen in the first few episodes, maybe episode 3, I'm not too sure. There's probably some smart guys that have sat there and worked it out using plot leaks, images, and who's directing the episodes. I have heard people say Jon and Dany will become the best of friends, lovers, get married, but I'm expecting a few problems on the way. I do think they'll make an alliance eventually and fight the Night King, but that's season 8 and we're not getting into that. Emilia Clarke did say in a recent interview that nobody knows what's happening in season 8. Well, of course some people do, such as Dan and Dave. I can't wait for season 7, and there's lots of stuff I want to see, but Jon Snow and Daenerys meeting for the first time might be my number 1. So what do you guys think? Is Jon Snow the bastard of Rhaegar Targaryen? Or did Rhaegar and Lyanna secretly marry, which would make Jon a Targaryen? As I said, I think they did, but then again, how will people find this out? Of course you've got Bran's visions, but that's a whole video on its own. It's not like Bran can take the entire population of Westeros into a vision and show them the tourney at Harrenhal, and then more scenes at the Tower of Joy. I do think we'll get that tourney at Harrenhal scene. There's so much to talk about concerning Jon. Even though we know he's the son of Rhaegar and Lyanna, there's still so many questions that need answered. I would appreciate it if you could leave a like on this video and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.